What's going on? Welcome to 3-6 Blitz. We back again. It's a wild weekend. What's going on, Caleb?
Hey, it's all good, man. It's the playoffs, man.
Yeah, man. We finally got here. We didn't think we were gonna make it. We think, COVID been taking a lot of things down, but they couldn't stop the NFL.
Nah, NFL, they was gonna play. They was gonna get their money. But Week 16's in the books, man.
Yeah, it was a wild week, man.
Definitely was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess let's get into the wild card.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, since it's coming up, we got the wild card coming up this Saturday and Sunday. Of course, it's a little bit different this year. We got all teams playing except for two, pretty much. We got the Chiefs and the Packers. They're sitting out. They got the byes, and everybody else is playing.
Yeah.
We can start out with we got the Bills and Colts. That's gonna be a blue collar game, no pun. But
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting game. But cause you got the Colts. I mean, they had to win to get into the playoffs.
they had to, yeah.
The Bills. I mean, they went out and dominated to secure that number 2 seed against Miami.
Yeah, I like to call the Colts the new Chargers. They pretty much they're gonna do the same thing the old Chargers did. They probably gonna make a little noise in the playoffs, and then they're gonna fizzle out.
Make a little noise, meaning that they're gonna keep it competitive against the Bills.
Yeah, I really think they're gonna be competitive against the Bills. They got a formidable defense. They got a smart, savvy quarterback. He's gonna throw a pick or two though. But yeah, he's one of those guys that's gonna get in the defender's head, and it might work in his favor.
They got some playmakers. You got T.Y. Hilton. You got Phillip Rivers, who's
Yeah,
not a lot of playoff success in his career, but I mean he's still a veteran at the end of the day. I mean they can run the ball
Yeah.
and they can play good defense, and in the playoffs,
that's a major key.
major key.
Yeah, your running back is an extension of the defense because you're keeping the offense off the field. So yeah,
Interesting thing for me is to see how well Josh Allen plays this year, because last year he was terrible in that playoff game.
He was.
He looked like a rookie.
But then again, he didn't look this good during the season last year.
Oh no,
And
no.
he definitely got the elite weapon, Stephon Diggs. He's a playmaker, definitely.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs. Yeah, he balled out this year. I mean, one of the best receivers in the league this year.
Yeah, man, he's another guy with something to prove. So he came in with a chip on his shoulder all year, and he still has it. And he came here to show guys that he's one of those guys that can be a leader on a team, and he's been doing that. As you see, the numbers don't lie. He has
He balled out this year.
100 and we can go through the numbers. Let me see. Stephon Diggs, 127 receptions. First off, 127 receptions is ridiculous.
Led the league in passing yards, 1,500 passing yards.
Man,
1,535 to be exact.
crazy. He got all the receptions with 8 touchdowns.
So I mean,
he balled up, man.
could be arguably the best receiver in the league. For the 2020 season.
For this year, yeah. We go year to year with that. So yeah. Only thing is, neither team really has a running game that's I guess consistent. Because I mean, Singletary had some big games, but he also had like some games where I was like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but I know going into it, as far as what you got on the scores though, you think that the Colts can upset the number 2 seed?
Absolutely not. I cannot see that. I cannot see that happening at all. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna come down to I think Phillip Rivers gonna have the ball in his hands at the end. He's gonna throw a pick. If that happens, I'm not a guy from the future, so government don't come for me.
Well, yeah, I think the Bills, they kind of flexed their muscles last week, and going into the playoffs, they're gonna get them that first win under Josh Allen's belt.
Yeah, I definitely see them getting that first win on Josh Allen's belt, man. Like I said, they got a crazy defense. They defense fly around the ball. They got a guy with a cannon. So what more can you ask for?
Yeah. So what we got next?
So we got Seahawks Rams. We got one team's pretty much backpedaling into the playoffs. The other team struggled their way through the season, but they did what they had to do to get in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a good game because you got a divisional rivals.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be their third time playing each other. I mean,
That's big.
So I mean, they're gonna know each other's offense, each other's defense. It's just gonna come down to execution. I mean, ain't really nothing new you can show at this point.
Yeah, and I really expect both teams to come out and play way better than they did. Yeah, and I really expect both teams to come out and then play as well as they did in both those games. It should be the best game that both those teams have played thus far. I mean, when you're playing the team 3 times, you only expect that. I expect it to be nothing less. That's definitely a game I'm going to tune into.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm tuning in all the games, but yeah, we definitely want to see what's happening.
I might have that on his on screen, and then have the red zone on for the other one.
We're gonna see if Russell Wilson.
Oh no, at different times. We good.
Yeah, I think the playoffs would have everybody get their own time slot.
Yeah, everybody.
But we can see if Russell Wilson really turn it up as he usually does in clutch times.
We'll see. I mean, he had some vintage rush. This past game, I saw a few passes that he made. I was like, okay, Russ might be back, but then again, who knows that way Russ been playing this year? Because we thought he was going to be the MVP starting out.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for him, but you got to be consistent.
Yeah, man. Should have brought Sierra to the game, but I don't know what he did.
Bro, what else we got next?
Who we got in that game?
Man, that can go either way.
It definitely could.
It can go either way, but I'm taking the Seahawks.
I'm taking Seahawks also.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what the head-to-head matchups were between the Seahawks and the Rams throughout the season, but I'm pretty sure that Seahawks gonna get it done. I mean,
yeah.
Pete Carroll.
The matchup predictor has Seahawks 59%, and the Rams 40%. So whatever that supposed to mean.
Seahawks.
I got Seahawks. I mean, they got more weapons. In my opinion, it just all comes down to that defense versus that offense. So we'll see what Aaron Donald and the SAS God, my boy Jalen Ramsey got to say about it.
No.
So yeah, last time he did go against them, he did lock down Metcalf. Metcalf had what, 20 yards, 27 yards, something like that.
He's gonna be on Metcalf,
he's gonna be on him.
But they got another dude named Tyler Lockett, so I mean.
Tyler Lockett is a man. Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson, they said he didn't have any weapons, but he had 2 guys that broke records at receiver this year. Metcalf has the most receiving yards for a Seahawks receiver, and Tyler Lockett is it Tyler? I keep messing him up in Ricardo. It's Tyler, right?
Yeah, Tyler Lockett.
Ricardo the one that got hurt. Okay, so Tyler Lockett, he has the most receptions for Seahawks. I mean, so for him not to have a lot of help, he sure is breaking records.
He got 2 great receivers out there. But like I said, they split the actual head-to-head throughout the season 1-1. So the third one's for all the marbles who are going to advance to the second round of the playoffs.
We're going to see. Let me see if we got any big injuries. When they got Mike Brockers out, Kyler Cup, he's definitely an underrated route runner. Goff is out. Wow. Goff is out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's not gonna look too good.
I didn't even know Jared Goff was injured.
Yeah. I mean, he was injured last game, but I was expecting him to come back. So there you go. I mean, I can't really see this game being this close. I mean, he would at least kept it a little close. I can't see this backup coming in. I mean, the element of surprise. That's the only thing he had going for him.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess on to the next. We got one of my favorite games that I'm going to be watching, which is probably every game. But the Buccaneers and Redskins.
Ooh.
Man.
Interesting.
I got my hot take on this one, man. I'll let you go first, Caleb.
Buccaneers and the Washington football team. We're going to be politically correct.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're going to say at least one time.
Yeah, the Washington Lightskins. So they got chased. The Washington Lightskins. That's what we're going to call them.
But I would say, man, wow. First of all, the Washington football team, they had to fight to get into the playoffs against a Philadelphia Eagles team who, I mean, whether they let them in or whatever the case may be, it was a lot of upset Giants fans who was like, hey, we could get in. That would have been a shock to me. But
Giant fans are going to be upset all summer. I can definitely
see that. They'd be upset to what? Losing the first round? I mean, it was going to be an early exit for them anyway.
You know that, though. Yeah, they want to be a part of something.
Yeah, we made the playoffs. I mean, whatever.
Okay.
But I mean, Washington football team against who they playing again?
They playing the Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, what is the Tampa Bay? They call it.
Tampa Bay.
That's crazy.
So I mean, you got Tom Brady. He got weapons. I believe they said the knee injury to what's the receiver there?
Oh yeah.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans hurt. He's questionable for the game.
So they said it wasn't too bad. So hopefully he'd be good to go.
Unfortunately, Devin White is out.
Yeah, I think he just hyperextended his knee, so it's just a matter of getting some rest on it. Hopefully he should be able to play, no structural damage. Yeah. So I mean, if he got all his weapons, Mike Evans at his 100%. I mean, even against that Washington defense, I think that Tampa Bay kind of figured it out late in the year how to score. You see that boy Antonio Brown's balling out against the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean he definitely made his money, and they made sure he was gonna make his money. You know, it was incentive week, so he got his incentives. They did 3 little toss passes in a row so he can get his catches.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
got paid a little $250,000 bonus.
Good little $250,000. Let me hold something.
I know, right?
You got a bit dog. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down for me. It's gonna come down to that defensive front. They got Sweat, they got Chase, they got the other 2 guys on the inside whose name I never remember, but they are studs. They got Dunbar and Buddy. They got 2 great corners, and they got Tom Brady on the other side. So we'll see. No matter what, Tom Brady gonna have the ball every play. He's a quarterback, so it's really gonna come down to him.
They can give him fits though, because with Tom Brady, you want to get to him.
Yeah,
he ain't no mobile quarterback. So if you make him uncomfortable, make him start moving his feet, get him off the spot, as they say, and they can do that. So it could be an interesting game, I would say.
And I mean, the tape on Tom Brady that people always say is, you get him off his square early, and he's gonna be out for the rest of the game. Yeah, he doesn't like it, as he shouldn't. But I can definitely see the Redskins going there and defeating the Buccaneers for this first round. What you think?
I mean, I could see it being a close game, but I think it would be a failure for Tom Brady to have a first round exit. I mean, in the Tampa Bay Bucks. I don't think that's what they want for their season.
I mean, my prediction before the season, I had them at 10-6. They was 11-5. They weren't far off of that. No. It's not like they've been playing amazing with all that talent they got. They kind of underachieved, if you ask me.
They obviously still figuring it out throughout the season.
Yeah. But he got 12 interceptions. He threw a lot of passes.
I'm gonna pick the Bucks though, because you picking the football team to win that game.
Yeah, I'm picking the Lightskins, the Washington Lightskins, for the win.
Well, we'll have to see. I think it'll be a very competitive game.
Yeah.
So look forward to seeing how that one turn out.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a great Founders Day weekend. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting another year in. Let's move on to Sunday. Sunday let's start first with the Baltimore Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans. End of the day, you know what it is. We got to stop that man. That freight train.
Derrick Henry.
That guy, Derrick Henry.
The Russian champ for the second season in a row.
2-time, 2K. They're going to call him DH2K.
I know, right?
But
the last Titans guy was what? CJ2K.
CJ2K. Now, he did. I don't think he went 2K twice, though. No. He went back to back like Tracy.
Oh, he had Henry had 2K last season too? Dang.
Told him.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
That dude's nasty. So, I mean, this is going to be a game where it's going to be a lot of running the ball.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens broke their single season record for running it last week, didn't they?
Yeah, I believe we broke our own record. I think we had that record last year.
For rushing yards in the game?
No. We was close to the rushing yards in the game. We was like 25 yards off, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. But, it's going to be a game where, I mean, a lot of running the ball. Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. Get some play action to them receivers out there. I mean, it's going to be a very physical game, very interesting game. I already know who you rooting for.
Well, of course, man. I'm going for the Baltimore Ravens. I got them winning. No matter what, we're going to have to stop that man. If we stop that man, then they have nothing else they can do. I don't believe in Tannehill at all. I think he's going to go back, regress to that guy that was at the Dolphins. I don't see it. And with AJ Brown, he don't run good routes.
Caught a nice deep pass though.
Yeah, that's how I was just gonna go. he definitely did a nice little skinny post up the middle to win that game. Very upsetting.
To win their division.
I kind of wanted to play the Colts first, but we play this team. We're gonna be more battle tested, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, we already know who we going for. The Ravens fan over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Lamar Jackson will get his first playoff win, and they'll beat the Titans. I think it'll be a very physical game though. It could be close. Could come down to a Justin Tucker field goal kick.
I don't think not in these running games. The way these running games go, it really one team gets it going, and that'd be that because you keeping the other team off the field. So I mean, I guess it will come down to say we shut them down. It'll come down to Tannehill. But who has shut down Derrick Henry?
I mean,
I don't remember a team that.
I mean, just 2 weeks ago, the Titans shut themselves down.
Yeah, shut themselves. They got down early. I believe that was right.
Yeah, they couldn't run the ball like they wanted to. I mean, it was actually very disappointing for me because I lost my fantasy football team championship because I had AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, and just so happened that particular game they didn't go off.
Yeah, that's.
They got
I'm glad I wasn't a part of that.
They kind of got worked a little bit, and they was playing the Green Bay Packers actually, and they didn't get it running like that. So I mean, they couldn't be slowed down.
They definitely can be slowed down, but it just don't happen that often.
No, it ain't gonna happen that often.
I think if it would happen, we do have the tools to do it. We very much so did it for about 3.5 quarters when we played them earlier. This is you could treat it like a division game because we played them already this year. It's the second time we're playing them. So I mean, we pretty much cover up what we had last time that was messed up. I think Calais Campbell was hurt. We got him back. Derek Wolfe has been playing pretty awesome this year. I think he might be Pro Bowler this year, but he had a great year. We gave him some more money. We told him, just go ahead and get you a house out here. He gonna stay. He might retire with us. Who knows? But it's gonna be a different game.
Yeah, cause y'all went overtime in the regular season.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we was up and we just lost it. We couldn't sustain. Okay. After a while, that running game. Derrick Henry, he did it again. That we call him one step.
Hey man, just hope he don't put nobody on a poster with the stiff arm this week.
We got that guy out of here, so we stiff arm him we got him out. We're gonna stiff arm that $10 million back too. I need my money, Earl.
Hey. So who we got next?
We got Bears Saints next. That should be a route. I think I'm gonna channel my psychic powers, and I'm thinking Caleb's gonna go with the same team. I'm going with the Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints. I mean, the Bears, they made it in the playoffs with an 8-8 record.
Yeah, who believes in that team?
Barely got in. I think then they lost and still got in the playoffs because the Cardinals lost.
Man,
they had opportunity to get in.
They have the New Orleans Saints at 78% chance of winning this game.
Well, all I know is this will be a warm-up game for Drew Brees. He's still trying to get back into the swing of things.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that defense over there is chopped liver because I mean the Bears do got a good defensive front with Khalil Mack.
They definitely do.
But
they got Roquan Smith out there. He's definitely a grown man.
But can you trust Mitchell Trubisky?
You
can't. The question.
You can't. You cannot.
I mean, I know he didn't play his best this past week. The week before that, he actually played really good, which gave people hope that the Bears can actually make the playoffs. But, I mean, when it came to clutch time, the Bears backed into the playoffs, as we would say. Because they didn't win to get in. They got in by some help.
Yeah, and then they got they don't have any major injuries. I don't hear that. I know they got we got Roquan Smith. He's questionable. That's pretty good that he's at least a little hurt for Kamara, which I always say I'm a big fan of Kamara. And most fields he on, I'm always say this, most fields he on, he's usually the best player. If not, he's top 2. Like he's been great the whole time he's been playing football, high school, college, JUCO to D1 all the way. So yeah, I can see that he's coming back from the COVID list. Yeah, he believe if I'm not mistaken, he was just out.
Who that?
Kamara. They was out. He was the whole running back crew was
Oh
out.
yeah.
For the Saints. So yeah, he actually leads the team in rushing yards and receiving yards. Go like what else do you say about that?
Yeah, because I believe Michael Thomas, is he back with the Saints?
He been.
What do you look like on the injury report?
Yeah, he's not an injury report at all, but
so he should be good to go then.
I could say I don't want to say he's back though. He ain't been seeming the same. I guess because all them weeks without a quarterback, they had a tight end. So
yeah,
they kind of threw him out. But Kamara, he got 21 touchdowns this year.
He might not be back because he didn't even play against the Panthers. Maybe they was resting him up.
It might be, but he's definitely not on the injury report.
So hopefully, if he's good to go, the Bears, and even without him, they should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely should be fine. They definitely have one of the best coaches in the game. Pretty formidable defense. Outside of the pass interferences every week, they pretty good. They're a pretty solid team, man. They one of the top teams in the NFC as they should, as it shows. They're 12-4. Next we got Browns and Steelers. You want to take this one? You want me?
So I mean, these teams just played each other like this week, and they're gonna play each other again.
Yeah, back to back.
And to be quite honest, I'm a little concerned about the Browns. Congrats to them for making the playoffs for the first time since 2002.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 years. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's a long time. Some people weren't born that I know personally. That's great.
So I mean, congrats to them, but they played against the Steelers team to get into the playoffs. They had to win to get in.
Yeah.
And it was actually very competitive, close. Yeah. And people have been praising Baker Mayfield and the Browns, but I mean,
it wasn't a win-win. It was like, okay.
Because Steelers didn't play like Big Ben. They didn't play their starting quarterback and a few other players. They let them rest.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, maybe there's a warm-up game for the Browns, but I think that should be a wake-up call. Like, hey, we got to come with our A game because they're actually gonna have they starters out there. Big Ben's gonna be playing.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing. I mean, but in my opinion, the only thing different between Baker Mayfield. The only thing different between Mason Rudolph and Big Ben is Big Ben's gonna force those balls where they don't supposed to be. Pun intended. Also, well, no, outside of that, they're really the same guy. Big Ben still has a bigger arm, which is crazy. He has a bigger arm than Mason. Mason's probably a little bit more athletic. I can't really see outside of that because both of them are gonna make stupid mistakes all the time. Like it's gonna be one play of the game. You're like, why did you do that? And that's Big Ben and that's Mason Rudolph.
Well, we'll see.
Who you got in this game?
Oh man, Steelers or Browns? I'm gonna pick the Browns. Yeah. Or I want to see the Browns win. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
The Steelers. I mean, I think we called them frauds earlier in the season. I mean, after they went on was 3-game losing streak after being 11-0. I mean, we're not really taking them serious. They barely won against the Colts the week following. Could have been a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's some big injuries, man.
I'm gonna pick the Browns. I'm gonna pick the Browns to come out in playoff mode. They're gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an opportunity for the Browns to beat up on they call it a bigger brother, the guys who kind of been in their way, beating on them throughout the years. So.
Yeah. I mean, it has been, but they haven't been beat up by them. They've been getting beat up by us. So.
Yeah, the Ravens. So.
Yeah.
I think it's their time at least get past the Steelers.
I'm not sure if this injury report is correct. The reason I say that is because I'm going to put you guys in on this. They have Ben Roethlisberger out. They have T.J. Watt out. Terrell Edmonds. I can't see him missing this game. He might be out there. Well, I think Pouncey's definitely gonna be out. He's been hurt for real. They got Cameron Hayward out also. I know for a fact Olivier Vernon is out. He just tore his Achilles last game, so he's definitely out. But
Yeah, I don't know that.
I'm confused on what's going on.
Sometimes they put people in the injury report just to throw teams off. That might be the
Yeah.
situation because
They got him on the out, not a questionable, not doubtful, not. Yeah, that's
yeah.
You guys, I don't know if you know. I mean,
Yeah, that's what ESPN talking about.
we'll see. I doubt it.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's probably just a mistake. Especially with TJ Watt being out. If TJ Watt being out, I don't think this game's gonna be close.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna have no pass for.
Okay, I can't see it.
But he's probably playing it. Whatever shots they need to give him of adrenaline or whatever.
Yeah,
he'll be out there.
As long as it's something legal, man. He had enough illegal activity.
But who you got in this game?
I definitely have the Cleveland Browns. I guess I haven't given any other scores, but I can see them winning by about 10 points. I don't think it's gonna be like a dominant game, but I can definitely see them, taking control at some point and bringing it on out. I don't think the Browns gonna go to the Super Bowl, but who knows?
Yeah. So I picked the Browns. You picked the Browns. I guess we'll see on Sunday.
Definitely
how it shake out.
Yeah, man. That'll be the last game of the weekend.
That weekend.
Yep.
So let's talk about the teams that get the rest up this weekend, and because they earned that number one seed. Only one team got to get a first round bye this year because of the extra team added to the playoffs. So we got the Chiefs and the Packers.
Yeah.
So do you think are those the best two teams in their respective conference?
Yeah, I mean those are two teams. If I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't the Saints, it was the Packers who I said would be in the Super Bowl for the NFC. Yeah, the Chiefs have been my number one team all year in the whole league. So I can't see. Everything's gonna go through them. I'll pretty much say
Kansas City.
Yeah, I can't really see because I want to say that a team. I mean, it's any given Sunday, but
any given Sunday.
Yeah, those definitely the two top teams, man.
Yeah, I would say the Chiefs. I mean, it's kind of hard to deny. They only had one loss on the season. Well, actually two losses. They lost this past weekend, but Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing. They started playing.
Don't even count.
That don't even count. They had everything locked up. They was afforded the opportunity to get 2 weeks of rest.
Yeah, and why not? You got Pat Mahomes who need to get his stuff together. He's been throwing the ball all over the place lately. He didn't care.
Hey, man, he's having fun out there, man. He's having fun.
That's what he does.
You can just put up points at will,
Yeah, let me try some things.
Send Tyreek Hill on that 9 route, just throwing the ball and outrun everybody.
He redefined the 9 route. They might have to change their route name to something else when he do it.
But I honestly think that the Chiefs are definitely the top dogs, but the Bills look hot coming into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
They got a quarterback who's playing with extreme confidence, with a weapon out there in Stephon Diggs that we already talked about today.
With just as big of an arm.
I mean, they people talking about, hey, this boy Josh Allen, he kind of can be ascending to make a MVP push for next season, if he keep up, this progression as he had over, from last year in the playoffs where he looked completely lost to now he looked completely confident.
I mean, what a connection with a great receiver would do. I mean, when your team actually cares about you and they go out and get you a number one receiver, you reward them with this type of play. And he's been showing all year that he's appreciative of this receiver. That's with 100, like I said, 127 receptions. That's a monster.
But can you see any other team coming in and just upsetting the Chiefs,
Upsetting the Chiefs? I know we always play them close. They never really blew us out, but
y'all got the ability to run the ball and drain a lot of that clock.
I would say any team that can run the ball on them. So it could be it's a bevy of teams. It could be even you can say you can still put the Bills in there because they throw a lot of short passes. The little Deacon Dunsters runs to me. So we got the Bills, we got the Titans, we got the Ravens. Outside of that, Well, I mean, you still got the Browns. I guess the Browns could run on them, but I don't think they have the plays. They haven't been showing like the creativity.
Yeah, I think the Browns they could run the ball,
They can
but
definitely run the ball. Yeah.
I mean, they could be probably slowed down a little bit. And
Yeah.
then when you make Baker Mayfield have to keep up with Patrick Mahomes, that's just gonna be a different
Yeah,
situation.
I think with them it's all scheme because it seemed like because they definitely have one of the top two running backs in the league, and he showed it last 2 years. He could have won the rushing record last year. Which I'm talking about Nick Chubb, and for some reason some teams are able to just slow them down, which a lot of teams aren't able to slow down the Titans like that. Like
Right.
I don't know what's going on with that. You got to be scheme.
Well, what about on the NFC side? I mean, any teams you see can knocking off the Packers, or the Packers, already can sign that trip to play in the Super Bowl?
If I'm in the NFC, I'm terrified of the Washington Lightskins. Like the Washington Lightskins have everything that they can score on defense. They have a defensive end slash outside linebacker that runs a 4.3. They had another guy that's probably 40 pounds. I won't say that big. Probably 30 pounds heavier than him. That runs a 4.5, 4.4. So when you have that, you can make a lot of disruption with any team. You stop that quarterback, who's like I said, he's the most important person because he's a guy who touches the ball every play.
So you saying the 7-9 Washington football team
they can be
the biggest threat to the Green Bay Packers?
They can be the Giants.
I don't know. I put it like this: Alex Smith. I mean, he didn't look his greatest this past weekend.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But I mean, I still trust him that he can, make some plays. He'll make the right plays.
Yeah.
But then again, his receivers were dropping balls. Like the running back got hit. Well, Alex Smith threw a little swing pass to him. The running back bobbled the ball and let the other guy intercept it.
Oh, I seen that play. Yeah.
Bobbled the ball, then got hit.
He got tackled and he gave up the interception.
Yeah. All because he missed. He didn't catch the ball.
He would have brought it in a little bit further. It wouldn't have been an interception. He had to bring that ball in. He took that. That was a grown man move.
Then another play was another tip ball interception. So I ain't gonna say Alex Smith played terrible. Just his receivers weren't catching the ball.
Yeah, it just wasn't. You're not using him turning the ball over. He's one of the game managers, and he take care of the ball like better than almost anybody.
So I don't know. I just think when it comes to putting up points with these other teams, they can play on the defense side of the ball, but they still got to score some points in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to. At the end of the day, you got to put up some points, and I can see that defense scoring some points for them because they definitely gonna need. They definitely gonna need that against some of these top scoring teams. You're gonna have to score on defense. There's no way you can win these games because you don't have enough weapons on offense. What else we got?
But to me, truly, if there's any team that I think can actually compete with the Packers, I would say it's the Tampa Bay Bucks. But that's if Tampa Bay Bucks play consistent, and if they continue their hot streak that they're on, I think they can put up the points with the Packers.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're balanced on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I was trying to think about more teams, but yeah, they could be. I was thinking about like underrated teams, but yeah, they definitely could be like a team that could. I mean, if they do what they're supposed to do, but I mean, they've been underachieving most of the year.
And I already know, as far as you sleeper teams. Teams, you picked the Washington football team or Washington Lightskins, as you said, as a sleeper team. They can be the Giants who made those runs, back in the day. But what about on the AFC side? Any sleeper team over there? Ravens or?
I don't know if you really would call the Ravens a sleeper team because I mean everybody knows who they are. They definitely hadn't had a good a season people expect. They lost probably like 3 more games than I expected. I don't really want to call them a sleeper team. I would say I don't think a lot of people are giving them the Bills that respect that they deserve. So I would say that they'll be a sleeper team. Yeah. So
I would say, but first the Titans got to get past the Ravens.
Yeah.
But if they do that, then they could be a sleeper team. I think that they're built, with a quarterback who can make the throws, who's playing really great. They got receivers, they got defense. and they got a run game that second to none. So,
Yeah. You can't really. I can't compare that run game to nothing because nobody's that one guy that dominant, and he also looked that dominant. Like, it has some guys that's been this dominant, but he looks dominant. Like it's scary when he's throwing the guy 5 yards out the way every game. Like no one does that.
yeah, he's just. And you gotta give credit to the offensive line. They make the holes, but I mean, once he hit the holes, and if there's a guy in the way,
I haven't seen no better one cut running back in the last 5 years.
And the crazy thing is, like,
that one cut is nasty.
Is he got speed on him too?
Yes. Yeah.
Once he get through that, through the hole.
Yeah.
And he pick up speed, and corners don't want to tackle him.
No. It's over with.
Grown man.
He's a grown man with grown man speed. Like he's out of here. He's an alien.
So I mean, we talked about the teams that made the playoffs. Let's talk about the teams that just missed it. Like, I mean, the Miami Dolphins had an opportunity to win and get in.
Yeah, they dropped the bag. They definitely had every opportunity to get in. They definitely was a team that no one expected to be where they were.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of rattled off a few wins. Their defense was playing lights out, But at the end of the day, I mean, it just came down to who they had to beat this past weekend to get in, and they couldn't do it.
I can't remember who they played.
The Bills.
I was in and out
They played the Bills.
The Bills. Okay.
And the Bills just lit them up.
The Bills did what they did.
And I mean, Bills were playing for number 2 seed, and they was playing to go. They was playing to go into the playoffs. Showing they was tightening things up.
Yeah.
But Tua, I mean, I would say a decent season. Not especially he didn't start for week 1, but he came in almost midway through.
I mean, I would look at Tua's season just like the Dolphins season. Like, it was unexpected. He had some spots where it seemed like, oh, is this the next quarterback? And we looked at the Dolphins like, oh, is this the next team? They definitely beating some teams that they shouldn't have beat, and they was pretty much in contention for the AFC North East.
Yeah,
AFC East. Go we the North, but yeah.
But I mean, 10-6 is a great record. Unfortunately, most years you get in.
Yeah,
most 10-6.
Most years you do get in.
But even with a extra playoff team, a 10-6 couldn't get you in this year.
I mean, yeah, it was a lot of good teams. I mean, that was like our division had 3 teams to go in, and we was 11-5, and we was third in the division. So,
I mean, just one of those years where I
might have been second because we tiebreaker.
A lot of great teams this year, and unfortunately, 10-6 don't get you in. But look forward to seeing good things from Tua next year. I mean, look to see him make that leap in that sophomore year.
Yeah, go ahead and build on what you got. Don't have a slump. I mean, you really didn't have a whole full offseason either. So
no, he's rehabbing an injury. Yeah. I mean, he didn't start week 1 because of it. But what about the Cardinals?
The Cardinals, oh man. I don't even know what to say about them. I feel like they had everything they needed to get to the playoffs.
True.
But they didn't. Kyler Murray had some moments. It was some disappointing moments. He's really an accurate quarterback, but it's the decisions he makes. I don't know. Maybe he trusts his arm too much. They got that baseball cockiness, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, they really dropped the bag, and I think Larry Fitzgerald is retiring. So that's that.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to you think about the Cardinals and like, what are they missing? I mean, like,
what are they missing?
They got great players on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you got a great quarterback. You got great receivers. I mean, running game, it could be pretty good. A lot of times Kyler Murray leads that, but just kind of disappointing that they didn't make it in. They just had some slumps, and that coaching staff better figure it out.
Yeah, they better figure it out because
it's going into year 3. So,
and it's a team in the Rams that they lost a lot of games that they shouldn't have lost, and they still made it in. So it was all up to the Cardinals, and they just didn't get it done. They finished versus the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. So the best man won that day.
Yeah. So unfortunately for the Cardinals, always look towards next year. They play in a pretty good division.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be tough.
49ers is probably gonna bounce back because they had so many injuries this year.
It's over. It's over for the 49ers.
You think so?
Yeah, it's over.
They had so many injuries like all year.
Yeah,
Quarterback.
They did.
They had probably more injuries than any other team in the league.
They did.
I think they'll bounce back. I think they got a great coach out there with a great scheme.
What's bounce back to you though?
Be competitive to fight for that NFC West.
Oh, I can give you that. I can give you that competitive in the division. I can't see them being competitive in anything like.
I mean, they were just in the Super Bowl a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. Bounce back. I can't see them bouncing
back all the way to Super Bowl.
Nah, not in the next 5. Not in the next 5 years.
And they ain't giving them no credit.
No.
I mean, you see a lot of teams who lose the Super Bowl, like the Falcons. You know, they tank it all the way down.
It's a little free fall, yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but let's talk about you know, kind of a hot topic. You know, for a lot of people, some upset Giants fans, New York Giants fans upset that the Eagles, with opportunity to win a game and put the Washington football team out the playoffs, decided at the end of the third quarter to bench Jalen Hurts.
Man, it was the perfect song to go with this game. Is Destruction Disgrace from the Lion King. This is a sad thing to watch. Like I don't know what Doug Peterson was trying to get at. I don't know his motive. I know he said he was trying to get his guy a look. I don't know if he was trying to give him a guy to look for another team because it makes no sense because you just drafted a guy in the second round.
And you still got
a guy. Well. And you still got a guy. I mean, he wasn't playing well that game, but he's a rookie quarterback.
Right.
And you still got a guy that you're paying, what, another $30 million next year.
Max money, too.
Yeah.
Max quarterback money, too, just about.
I don't understand where he was getting that. I think it's probably going to be an investigation on it. Definitely.
They said it was lack of integrity going on there. Like,
yeah, he might get Pete Rose after that. I can't see it because he
I think it's slide. I mean, because they weren't really playing for nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he might have been playing. Hey, he might have got a little, you know, some owner whispered in his ear, GM whispered in his ear. Hey, you know, we can move up about 3-4 spots if you lose this game, right?
That's what it seems like. Yeah, I can't see.
Like he played like a coach who obviously don't need to win because they probably gonna keep him. You know, if there's a coach who's like, I need to win to prove that I need to keep my job. But he wasn't playing like that. He's like, hey, you know, I'm going to see what these other guys got for next season. See who my second string quarterback going to be. Because maybe they're going to trade Carson Wentz. And he want to see if this.
They'll have to figure it out.
This Sudfeld guy can play.
Yeah, but not just starter. Ain't no way in hell Sudfeld's going to be. Yeah, so
maybe want to see if he can play as a second. As a second string.
That's what practice is for, sir. That's what I would say. You pretty much wasting time. And yeah.
To me, I don't look at it as a big deal. I mean, hey, season was over with. They ain't nothing to play for. I mean, hey,
if the season was over with,
maybe we just want to give this guy some shine. Like, hey, man, you ain't played all season. Appreciate your hard work and dedication. But I mean, this NFL, they're pros, so maybe not. It don't matter.
If it's any percentage of chance, you don't bench that guy. You don't bench Jalen Hurts.
No, I think Jalen Hurts probably needed that time more than anything.
Yeah,
and
it might have took a blow. He might have took a blow on his confidence, which is the number one tool for an athlete. You got to have confidence. So,
either way, I mean,
Peterson, it's definitely gonna be in the news for the next coming 2 weeks, maybe.
Either way, but I mean, I guess that wraps up this week. I mean, look forward to the playoffs on Saturday and Sunday. Gonna be glued in, locked in for sure.
I can't wait. I'm trying to figure out what am I gonna do. We're gonna barbecue. I might have to do something. What you guys gonna do out there? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, so in the comments, what you know, how y'all watching the game? I mean, who y'all got? You know, let us know y'all predictions.
Yeah, and don't forget to email us, or you can send a comment, some questions. We'll answer those questions for you. And see you next week.
Yep, we out.